money amongst doctors is a bit of a taboo subject. You get paid what you get paid, and that's that. Because you don't do it for the money. You do it for that feeling you get when a patient vomits on the new shoes that your mum just bought you. That being said, I think it's still important for us to take some financial responsibility. And especially for people in training or people hoping to become doctors, you should at least know what you can expect to earn when you qualify, so that we can plan our finances and our futures. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down this month's payslip, and I'm going to be letting you know how much money I earn as a junior doctor in the UK. So I've worked in hospital for 3 years already, 2 years doing my foundation years, 1 year as a locum doctor, and now I'm training to be a GP. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, my name is Kieran. I'm a junior doctor and a comedian working in Manchester. If you're new, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're just here for the total, here it is. My annual salary as a first year GP trainee is £49,700. But it's more interesting and more complicated than that. So watch me break down how much money I make as a doctor. So this is my payslip with all of my details on. Let's start with the basic pay. So as a doctor, you get a basic pay, and my basic annual pay is £38,694. But there's lots of other bits that help boost this pay. That's what I get paid if I was working a 40-hour 9-to-5 week. So I did 173 hours this week at basic pay, which is £18.55, which is quite a lot more than I was being paid when I was in my foundation years. 173 hours at £18.55 comes to £3,224.50. I obviously had to read that because I couldn't remember that number. I also do some additional hours which are part of my rota, so I have no choice, I have to do them, but they're outside of the 9-to-5. They're also paid at £18.55. So I did 21.7 of these extra hours, therefore I earned another £403. The reason there's so many points in these hours is because, from what I understand, this pays an average pay of my hours over the 4 months or 6 months rotation. Next, we get additional pay for doing night shifts. For a night shift, you get paid 37% more than for doing a day shift. So I did 46 hours of night shifts during this month. Those hours are already counted in the basic hours I've talked about before, but this is just the extra 37% pay. 37% of that 46 hours is another 17 hours worth of pay. So I got an extra £320 for doing this. We also get additional pay for working weekends. So depending on how many weekends you work, you'll get a different amount. So 1 in 2 is probably the most, where you get paid more. 1 in 3 weekends, 1 in 4, 1 in 5 weekends. I'm on a rota that's 1 in 4 to 1 in 5 weekends, which is not that many weekends for a doctor, so I'm really happy about that. For working those extra weekends, I get paid an extra £193.47. My total payments were £4,114, but that doesn't include any of the deductions, so there's lots of deductions that happen before the pay even gets to me. So let's look at those now. The first one is UK tax, so PAYE. Most people in the UK obviously have to pay tax. You have a tax-free allowance of £11,000, and then up to £50,000, you pay 20% tax. So that's the category that I currently fit into. I didn't work for a few months earlier this year, so I have been using my tax-free allowance. So my tax in this payslip is actually less than it normally would be. So for normal tax, I paid £559.80. Next up, we have another tax called national insurance. This pays for things like the NHS, so effectively I'm paying my own wage. But in national insurance tax, I paid £401.95. You can see here that I've already paid around £1,000 worth of tax. Next up, we have the NHS Pension. I'm not that clued up in pensions and that sort of thing, but I have been told it's a really good one to be part of. So I pay into this NHS pension every month, and my contribution this month was £299.88. Finally, I've got a fat student loan from medical school. So I was at medical school for 5 years. I took a maintenance loan, I took a tuition loan. So I've got over £50,000 worth of debts, and I have to pay this off slowly. The interest on this loan is 2.5%. The interest is about £1,300 every single year. So my small contributions like this are just about paying off that interest. So I need to get that sorted out really and start paying it off a little bit more. So my total payments coming in this month were £4,141.67. My total outgoings from tax, from pension, from loans was £1,434.64. So my take-home pay this month was £2,707.03. I've not talked about other doctor-related expenses like fees for courses, fees for medical counsel, fees for insurance and indemnity, but this is a bit of an overview about a doctor's pay. So how does this compare to when I was a first and second year doctor? Well, my annual pay pre-tax now is around £49,700. When I was a first year doctor, I was on about £40,000. When I was a second year doctor, I was on about £45,000. In between, when I was a locum doctor, I was earning double this, but that's another story for another day. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. It's not about me trying to show off how much I earn. It's about taking accountability for our finances, especially for people looking to enter the profession. And it's also quite interesting. I love watching people do this on YouTube, so I thought I'd do one myself. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Is this more than you thought? Is it less than you thought? I'd love to hear. Obviously, doctors in America are earning double and triple this, but our healthcare is free. So that's a compromise that we have to make and something I'm happy to make to have free healthcare in this country. As always, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Take care, and I'll see you soon.